The research is not particularly strong in the area of career readiness. There's a lot of sort of anecdotal knowledge, and some of which is incredibly strong and just makes sense. There's a national center, the College Career Ready Success Center, and this center sort of developed, there are many, many frameworks that are out there. David Conley, for example, has one. Pretty much any organization that sort of studies this topic has a framework. Here we're just sort of using the CCRS Center's framework, and they really sort of group knowledge and skills into sort of three buckets. The first is really around academic content. These are your state standards, whether it's for different subject areas or career and technical education. The second is similar to sort of what Erin was talking about, which is really sort of that nexus between interests, skills, aspirations, and sort of that path, and knowing that path to sort of get from where you are to where you want to go. And then the last is lifelong learning skills, and this would be sort of all of the social emotional learning, higher order thinking, etc. The center did a sort of review of research and developed a document called Predictors of Post-Secondary Success. And you can find all of this on the CCRS website. And in that document, we sort of looked at per sort of level of education, what are the key predictors of doing well, sort of moving to the next level. And probably not surprising, at the elementary grades, reading proficiency by 3rd grade is really important. Attendance, and you see attendance throughout every grade level being important. Paying attention in class, social competence and skills. You start to see some of these lifelong learning skills really sort of being predictive of future success moving forward. Middle grades, again, we see good behavior, attendance, passing in your sort of core courses, taking rigorous coursework, and then also a number of different social emotional decision-making skills, whether it's support-seeking behaviors, problem-solving, etc. It's always important, you know that better than I do. Passing 9th grade courses, taking a rigorous course sequence, getting good grades, passing state exams, being proficient, as well as completing FAFSA, the financial aid application, and also participating in enrichment activities. What does research say about what institutions can provide students in order to help them be career ready or future ready? The Department of Education has a really nice report that they've put out that really focuses on helping students navigate the path to college. And in that, they offer 5 different sort of key supports. The first is offering courses and curricula that prepare students for college-level work and ensuring that by 9th grade, students know what constitutes a pathway to college. So that sort of touches on some of this academic organization work. So the curriculum, instruction, and assessment, they're all aligned, they're standards-based, etc. There are multiple pathways. Students can also get experience with work and content, and then there's some cross-disciplinary connections. The second thing is using assessment measures throughout high school so that students know, they're aware of sort of where they are sort of on the pathway, and there's sort of the ability to remediate when necessary. Surround students with adults and peers who really support a college-going path and outcome. Engaging students in completing critical steps for college entry. So, for example, applying, filling out FAFSA, etc. And then increasing families' financial awareness about the cost of college. So there's actually another really nice report from the CCRS Center, and in this, they highlight the district's role in supporting college career readiness, and they highlight summarize three different districts' work. One is Long Beach, another is Albuquerque, and the third is Philadelphia here in Pennsylvania. And across all three of those school districts, some key themes come out. First is enhancing partnerships, and Mary Kay talked about the importance of partnerships for CPE, but partnerships with higher ed, business, in order to sort of create these different sort of pathways and different types of experiences for students. Enhancing counseling, so sort of aligning and enhancing the counselor's work, having advisories, having mentoring, really sort of developing sort of supports around students to sort of help keep them from falling through the cracks. Implementing sort of district-wide academic expectations. All schools are offering AP and expanding AP, dual enrollment opportunities, and then also all three of them sort of had different components where they engage parents and families in order to support students. I know this is going to come up more later, but I wanted to say sort of a few words about Pennsylvania's ESSA plan as it relates to career readiness or future ready. Pennsylvania, sort of in their plan, has written a number of goals that are related to this topic. One is certainly increasing graduation rates, increasing the number of citizens who have post-secondary education, implementing, all districts implementing 339 plans, increasing the number of students achieving success in college career readiness activities, as well as the number of high school students earning industry recognized credentials, as well, and increasing the number of visits to PDE's online career exploration. Interestingly, Pennsylvania has included actually a very interesting and I'd say a bit different type of career measure compared to sort of other state plans that I've looked at. And this includes sort of 3 indicators, one at 5th, one at 8th, and one at 11th grade. And they really sort of center around the idea of the 339 plans, which I know you all are very, very familiar with and working on. So that in 8th grade, ideally 100% of students will have the plans. In 5th grade, they will have taken a number of sort of career exploration and preparation activities. And then by 11th grade, they will be implementing, will have been implementing their individualized plans. And then finally, a little bit more about sort of the context. There are a number of, at least a couple of research studies out. One is inflection points, another is, has been put out by Pashy that really talks about sort of supply demand, future projections for different occupations. And I've read both of these reports in great detail. Here are just a few points from the Pashy slide. And I think one of the key takeaways that I have is, first of all, health is going to be an important field, technology is going to be an important field and is, energy. But I think even more importantly, sort of coming back to what Erin was saying, is the key is really sort of preparing students for what might be next and really sort of helping them to be adaptable, because while these projections talk about occupations that we know and understand right now, even in projections, we're not really sure exactly what occupations will look like in 5, 10, 15 years from now. What types of skills will students need? And it will likely be a combination of some of the social lifelong learning skills and really sort of preparing students to be sort of lifelong learners. And then finally, and I'm going to hand it over to Jackie, one of the things that, or three sort of key questions that really sort of became prominent to us as we were sort of looking through the research and thinking about sort of the work that you're doing today and beyond today and have been doing is, you know, really taking some time to reflect on the skills that you really think will be necessary. What are you currently offering students that would sort of help them build those skills? And then finally, where are some of the gaps? What are the things that you would like to do in order to support students in developing sort of the future readiness? And I'm going to turn over to Jackie.